Plus, I know you have projects and maybe exams coming up, so I really value your time, and I hope this session is useful to you. So my name is Juan Clark, and I am a U.S. diplomat. What does that mean, right? It means I represent, in an official capacity, the government of the U.S. here in India. So the Indian equivalent could be like an IFS officer who goes to India to a foreign country, okay? Now I am based at the U.S. consulate in Kolkata, but from Kolkata we cover the states of West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar, and all of the northeastern states, including the beautiful state of Arunachal Pradesh. Alright? So my job is to promote closer relationship between the people of India like you and the people of the US like me. How do we do this? Many, many ways. As you know, the US and India have a lot of business and commercial ties. You know, many US companies are operating in India, they recruit Indian staff, and some Indian companies are also in the US. Okay? We do it through common defense. Our armed forces cooperate in some exercises and agree on some of the principles of collective defense in the region. We do it through culture. So Bollywood and other types of Indian cultural manifestations are very popular in the US, the same way that some American celebrities and musicians and actors are popular in India. But if you ask me, what is the most important, or one of the most important pillars of the US and India relationship is education. Okay? I want to ask you a question now. How many Indian students do you think are currently studying in the US? Take a guess.
Yes.
There's no penalty for not knowing the answer. Anyone?
100,000.
100,000. Okay, more. Higher than that.
1.5 billion.
I wish, but not yet. Any guess from the distinguished faculty?
Para is almost 4 lakhs plus students getting.
You're closer. So currently we have approximately 2.6 lakh. So more than 200,000 Indian students who are currently enrolled at a higher learning institution in the US. If you think about that number, it's the population of Itanagar times 4, which means every person in Itanagar went to some website, found a college, filled out the application, paid the application fee, went for a visa, traveled to the US, and is now studying there. My whole point with this is that it is actually a very realistic and very attainable goal if you prepare for it properly. Alright? So in the US, I think you mentioned all these schools, Harvard, Princeton, blah, blah, blah. They're all great, but we have more than 4,000 institutions of higher learning, more than 2,000 fields of study, and I know many of you are in the technical field, like engineering, science, technology, and math, but our academic offerings are way bigger than that. I mean, you can study fields like video game design, or physical education, or theme park management, or team sports management, you name it. So we have an offering, we believe, for almost everyone out there. Okay? The other thing is that not all academic institutions have the same price. Some might be quite pricey, but others are not, depending on the location, the cost of living of the place, and the program itself. The other point I want to make, that the US is just like India in the sense that it's a very diverse country. We have many regions in the country, from desert to mountain, beaches and big cities and whatnot. So when you think about the US, not just only think about New York or LA, think about other places where you think it might be a good educational environment for you. Okay, any questions so far? All right, good. So I want to encourage you to strongly consider studying in the United States. One of my colleagues from Kolkata is on the phone or on the computer. She's going to walk you through all the 5 steps that are required to apply to a university in the US, including securing your finances and the portion of the visa. Okay? I hope that this explanation kind of clears any doubt you might have, or at least exposes you to some information. But if you still have questions, I'll be here for part of the afternoon. You can also talk to me. And before I leave, I want to ask you two things. Number one, you were giving some surveys before you arrived, I believe, about your knowledge or attitudes about studying abroad. So if you can fill that survey, that'll be very helpful to us, so we can learn how to best service you in this journey. And the other thing I want to mention is that we're very active on social media. We have an Instagram page. It's called US in Kolkata. So if you have Instagram, you can search US in Kolkata. If you have Facebook, the page is US Consulate General Kolkata. I mention this because we post a lot of educational opportunities on our social media, some scholarships, some exchange programs that you might be interested in are advertised through social media. So please follow us if you get the chance. And I hope you enjoyed the information that my colleague Shohini from Kolkata is sharing with you. Thank you.